Hi, how y'all doing? It is Monday, December 16th, about 2 o'clock as of recording this video. Sitting out on my porch in my rocking chair. Feels good. Sit out here and look at the world. Such as it is. If I shut my right eye a lot, it's because got my eyesight's real bad and it's very blurry. But I've got this like line of scar tissue going across my eye, so it kind of looks like I'm seeing double out of my right eye by itself. And then things are closer in my left eye than they are in my right eye. So when both eyes are open, it's like seeing double, and one double has an artifact around it. So I apologize if I shut my right eye a lot or look at the phone a lot. My right eye or my left eye. I've been on the phone a lot today, trying to find other sources of help and relief. Like I said, I'm not ever depending on the GoFundMe. I'd much rather not have to have the GoFundMe at all. Unfortunately, it's the only avenue I've found thus far that has actually come through a little bit. But it's stagnated, and I can't ask people to donate, If people aren't going to donate, then they're not going to donate. I get an awful lot of runaround from different places, programs that are out there supposed to help you when you're in a bad spot. Unfortunately, it seems like most of these programs, you have to fit the exact criteria of a particular bad spot before they qualify you for help. And one roadblock for me is my Social Security disability income. It just doesn't pay enough to really live and function in today's world unless you have like Section 8 or something like that. But at the same time, they tell me that I make too much money to qualify for help from this program or that program. So still in that rock and a hard place. But I'm trying, I sure am. I mentioned in a previous video my brother and sister, and someone commented asking if they could possibly help me. And I don't talk about my brother and sister a lot. I really only talk about my parents. My kid sister lives in Missouri. She's got a daughter, and she is married, and he's good people, and they do the best they can for themselves, but like a lot of people, they're just managing to get by. They are not in a position to help me out at all. They have, when they could, sent my folks gas money to help them get back and forth between their place and out here in St. Augustine to help me when they were coming out every couple of days to take care of the house. But that's about all they're able to do, and not all the time. My sister has done the work at home thing a lot, which is one reason why I know about work at home jobs and how they work, and why I try to tell a lot of people, even though a lot of people on here seem to think I just don't know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't be able to keep up with one. My younger brother is living in a van somewhere in the New Mexican desert with a woman and one or two other guys, and they all have this strange to me, polyamory thing going on where they I don't know if it's mixed in between all of them or if it's just her and all the guys, but they all have a romantic entanglement, at least the guys and her do, and they all know about it. They all participate in it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't agree with it, but at the same time, it's his life. And as long as children and animals aren't involved and nobody's being forced to do something they don't want to do, I don't care how you live your life. That's up to you. You have to live with it, not me. But yeah, they're living in a van, and I guess they're lucky to just get gas money here and there. So no help coming from that way either. So yeah, my brother and sister, not an option for help. I also wanted to briefly touch on an issue I've been having in my last few videos, especially because I've been a little bit more open and emotional in my last few videos, trying to explain the gravity of things in my life. I've been getting a lot of what I'm calling armchair psychiatry in the comments. I'm not trying to be mean or belittle you. I know one person that has been a long-time follower of mine is actually a counselor. I'm not going to name him or say exactly what he told me he does, because that's his business and it's not mine to share with anyone else. But I've also been getting several people that, for better or for worse, seem to think they know my life and how to fix it better than I do. And when I reply to some of these people, oh my Lord, it's bright. When I reply to some of these people, I try to be genuine. I try to, I'm not trying to come at you. I'm not trying to be mean. And I don't have any problems whatsoever with constructive criticism or people trying to help me out, give me advice. And if, any of that is actually helpful, I will tell you so. And if it's not, I'm going to tell you so. And some people have taken my trying to explain to them why their advice uh, is not going to work for me or not something I'm going to do. Some people have taken that the wrong way. Some people have, like I've said, for lack of a better term, I don't know if you're actually a therapist or a counselor, but um, have tried to do the armchair, keyboard therapy sessions with me and explain to me what I'm going through and what's wrong with me and, how to fix it and all this other. Uh, I understand what you're trying to do and I appreciate it, but if I tell you, you're off on that or that's not how it is, or no, you're not right about that. Um, Please don't take it as me coming at you or getting overly defensive or whatnot, but I've been getting a lot of that lately, and it does get annoying. And I try to be polite. I try to be nice to everybody, but it's like one thing after another, the same thing. People insisting they know the secrets to solving all of my problems and acting like it's right in front of me, but I can't see it, won't see it, or I'm too stupid to see it. Um, I don't know if you know about what you're going through, but it's called this. I know, you know, I, I'm the one that has to live with my life. And I appreciate what you're trying to do. But if I tell you, it's not that way or you got it wrong, please don't keep up. You know, don't insist you know about my life or better about my life than I do, please. Because, I'm trying not to be mean, but you don't. None of you know anything more than what I share with you on here. Just like I don't know anything more about you than what you share with me. And I would not try to assume otherwise. Uh, you know what they say about assumptions, and it's mostly true. And a lot of people have been making a lot of assumptions about me and my life that are incorrect, and they get in their feelings when I tell them they're wrong. I had one lady, um, Lisa, I'm not going to name her channel or her full name or whatever, but she started out with a comment, like she was trying to help me, but she immediately was coming from this space where she just acted like she was, better than me, smarter than me, knew my life better than I did, and when I disagreed with her, she got defensive. And I at first didn't even really disagree with her. She had posed a question on one of my last video I made a little while back, and I answered her, and then I made a video going into a more in-depth answer, and she took that as me coming at her. And then we would go back and forth, me trying to explain myself to her, and she would go from, accusing me of being too defensive and getting offended when I wasn't, to kind of agreeing with me and smoothing things over, and then back to what I'm sure she thought was constructive criticism, but was way off the mark. And when I tried explaining to her that she was off the mark, she uh, continued to act like, she knew Joe better than Joe does. And it got to the point where she was answering other commenters for me and providing her 2 cents. And I mean, it's not like I have a rule against that. I don't care if you talk amongst yourselves in the comments. But when you start talking about me like I'm stupid, I'm lazy. I think I'm special and unique. I have a problem. Um, I try to be nice. I'm always polite. I'm never out to start trouble. I'm not looking for trouble. But I'm also not one to turn the other cheek. And I'm not one to sit back and uh, allow people to treat me like I'm stupid, or act like they have an authority in my life and what's going on in my life when they don't. I will check you quick. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I think that is much more indicative of the fragility of your own personality than it is mine. Because I get quite a few people, and it seems to be more and more here lately, that kind of act like they know better about my life than I do. And with all due respect, you don't. I appreciate those of you that are legitimately trying to help, but when it goes from trying to help to um, talking down to me, or, being discourteous, or downright disrespectful, I'm not going to stand for it. This is old-fashioned Joe's channel. It's not let's everybody pile on Joe and tell him why he's wrong or what his problems are because he clearly doesn't know channel. Uh, I don't really like to use the term disrespectful too much because uh, too many people nowadays think they deserve respect just because, and you don't. To me, respect is an earned quality. Uh, you have to earn someone's respect. You don't deserve it. I don't give anyone respect just because. I give people courtesy. I'm very polite and I'm very courteous to everyone I meet until they give me a reason not to be. Uh, but if you want my respect, you have to earn it. And I feel the same coming from me. I don't expect anyone to respect me unless I've earned their respect. But at the same time, disrespectful is probably the best way to word it. And um, when you get downright disrespectful for no other reason than you're basically just mad that I didn't, fall on my knees, I guess, and uh, tell you you're right, and your super psychic powers of deduction have nailed me down perfectly, and you've just saved my life. But when you get disrespectful because of that's like I said, that's more indicative of the fragility of your nature than it is mine. So, um, you know, I try to be nice, and I just ask that everyone else try to be nice. If you don't want to be nice, you don't have to be. It's a free country last time I checked. But, and while I'm not going to ban you for being an ass to me, uh, you're going on the ban radar when you start doing that. And if you just keep getting worse, keep progressing, if you start trying to get together a chat circle in the comments with other people and telling them what you think is wrong with me, and that I think I'm special when I'm not, and I'm lazy, you're going to get the ban hammer. And I did ban Lisa. Um, I haven't quite figured out how to like permanently ban people where they can't see my videos or my comments, but I've blocked her from being able to comment on my videos. She was a subscriber, a recent subscriber. I'm pretty sure that she will unsubscribe, and that's the way of it. Uh, I'm not begging for anybody on here. If you want to subscribe to me and follow me, I thank you. If we have a problem or you have a problem with me and you want to unfollow me, you're free to do so, just like I'm free to hit that ban button. I think I've only banned like 4 people since I've started this channel because I don't like silencing people, for lack of a better word. But it is a free country, but this is my own little personal space on YouTube. And I have the ability to keep you from commenting if you get out of line, and it's not something, like I said, that I do often. I've done it like 4 times thus far. I don't like doing it, but if you give me a reason to do it, I'm gonna do it. And that's just the way it is. I hope that for the most part I haven't offended anyone, upset anyone. If you want to unsubscribe because you disagree with me or you think I'm wrong, go ahead. I'm old school. I don't get offended. I've been accused of getting offended and getting angry in the comments. I'm not offended. I'm a little bit exasperated. I'm a little bit tired of all of the armchair psychology, all of the assumptions and accusations that I don't feel are fair. So I'm not beyond, telling people, look, this is the way it is. If you don't agree with me, I don't care. But I don't get offended. Like I said, I'm old school. Sticks and stones may bruise and break me, but words can't hurt me. So you're not hurting me with your words. You're just wrong, and when you keep doing it, you're not hurting me. You're just pissing me off a little bit. And rather than, deal with that stress, because I've got enough to deal with, I'm just going to ban you. So that's that. Otherwise, I hope y'all have had a good day so far, and that the rest of it is good and the week is good. I'll make another video tomorrow or the next day. I gotta mess with my lawnmower a little bit, and I'm gonna try to mess with my truck, but since it's very difficult for me to hold my phone and hold tools and see what I'm doing, basically I have to feel what I'm doing. I may not record videos on it. If it's something I can record a video on, or I can record a video after the fact and it be something different than the usual, I'll do that. Otherwise, until the next update, Miss Lisa, I'm sorry if you watch this video. Maybe ease down a little bit on the keyboard psychiatry if you end up in a situation like this again. And I hope you too have a good day and a Merry Christmas. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.